honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Well, you know, when you're in a tournament like this, oh, wait a second. Before we do anything else, I knew we might need this, so I'm glad I pulled it out.
Yeah, good idea.
But Bruce Rasmussen is here today. Of course, he's part of the select.
Oh, you just
I just shut myself off.
Yeah.
He's part of the selection committee for this event. He just joined us up here topside. Ras, what are your emotions right now? I mean, we talked to you many times after milestone wins. I still remember the win over Oregon with the two coaches that you hired, of course, Dana Altman and Greg McDermott. But now you watch one of them sail off into the sunset. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's bittersweet. You know, you feel great for Mac. He's had a great career. He loves the game. He has represented himself, the program, the university, the community, as well as anybody ever has. And you hope that he could coach forever. But the reality is you change, and life is fragile. It's precious. You don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now, and Max earned the opportunity to step away from the game a little bit. And he's got somebody who I'd say it's part of his coaching tree, but that would be a misstatement. It's a coaching forest. It's not a tree. It's a forest.
It keeps growing, too.
Yes.
It's unbelievable that way. I mean, it feels like a little bit of a small family reunion here tonight. How many faces have you seen?
Well, you know, I was here last night and watched Porter Mosier coach and at Oklahoma. And, you know, we thought we were going to have Oregon, Oklahoma State, Indiana here.
Right.
You talk about Lutz and D-Rock and Dana Altman.
Right.
And would have been a great tournament. But, you know, guys get a play. They get to keep playing. And for guys that love the game, the opportunity to go on the floor and wear the uniform another time and hopefully another time and another time, but the opportunity to continue to play for those that love the game, it's a great opportunity.
Did you ever think when you hired him that he'd be around for 16 years and retire here?
Neither part of that. And if it didn't work out, I wouldn't have been there as long as I was either. So I put a saddle on him and Dana and rode them hard, and they were able to prop up this dirtbag from Iowa for a few years.
What stands out? I mean, there's so many things, and you've talked a lot about this over the years about the qualities that you look for in people. What has endured for Mac over 16 years here?
Well, to me, what you see is what you get. But I always thought I coached at Creighton for 12 years and learned what not to do in those 12 years. You know, my grandpa used to say, if it's true that you learn from your mistakes, you should be a genius. But I found a culture because of a Red McManus and Tom Apke and a lot of the players. You see it, and then to watch Jim Hendry, who coached baseball at Creighton. Don Leahy was a great leader. To see Bob Warming, who coached soccer. To watch these guys, and you see what works and what doesn't work. But when I wrote up a job description of what I wanted ideally in a coach, it was Mac's picture. You know, he's a great teacher of the game. He's very humble. Every player is important. Everybody's important. He brings joy to the game. There was an appreciation of what he had, and sometimes we get caught up, especially where you are on the food chain, you get caught up with what you don't have. And Mac had a great appreciation for what we did have. And then he had an empathy, a caring for others that you don't see with many people. He had and you've seen it over the years, a deep caring, whether it's us guys or whoever it is. But he really fit the picture of what I wanted ideally in a coach. And to be able to have him for 16 years has really been a blessing.
It certainly has, and I keep getting blown away, and I had a chance to see and talk with some of Mac's friends who have surprised him here this weekend. I mean, I don't know if it's an overestimation to say Mac's got 1,000 friends out there, and they're all genuine, and he knows everyone by name. And was that as evident? Because I know when you first identified him, you liked the way he coached, but was it evident early on for you the kind of person he was?
Well, I don't know if it is with anybody unless you're around him a lot. And when you're around him a lot, what you see is what you get. He's that way with everybody. And I saw it because when he was at Wayne State, I'm basketball coach at Creighton, and I'm recruiting Nebraska, and the people in that part of the state loved him. I'm watching boys and girls games, and everybody talked about how great he was with the players. And I knew some people from that area. Then when he was in Northern Iowa, I went to Northern Iowa, and the people I talked to up there, they all talked about how great he was, not just with the outstanding players, but every single player, how he was with people in the state, how he was with coaches, how he was with people from Northern Iowa. But until you experience it on a regular basis, it's hard to describe.
Yeah, it truly is. Well, Ras, enjoy this week. I know you've got double duties because obviously you're interested in just the overall event as well. And I understand, I don't know if you know this, but Doug is here somewhere tonight.
Yeah, I knew he was coming in.
Yeah, so another nice surprise. So I guess it's Old Home Week, and hopefully we have a nice long weekend to celebrate everything that Mac has done for us.
Let's hope we're talking a couple more times before it's over.
Absolutely. Well, Raz, as I've said many times, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have the great people like Greg McDermott and so many others. And so this is as much a credit to you as it is to Greg McDermott.
Well, Greg made me look good, and so did Dana. And as I've said often, a broken clock's right twice a day.
You got it right a few times.
Yeah, more than that.
But it's been a great journey. And, you can tell one of the things in today's age with basketball, you talk about the money and you talk about how the game has changed. One of the things I have loved with our team is you can tell that they love the game and love each other by the way they play.
Right.
They're willing to play a role for the betterment of the team. Everybody's on the team is important, and you see it in practice, you see it in games. By improving the condition of one, you improve the condition of all. They live that. And think about if we lived that way, that you could tell that we love what we're doing and who we're with by the way we act, that we're willing to play a role for the betterment of the group, that everybody is important, and that we are committed to, by helping improve the condition of one, we improve the condition of all. That's what's addictive with Mac and the Creighton basketball program over the years.
And with you as well. Thanks, Ras.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. You bet. Good to see you as always. Bruce Rasmussen, the GOAT, joining us up here, topside. It was good to have him come up. I wasn't even expecting him to come up here, but I'm so glad he did.
That's a heck of a pregame show.
Yeah, it is. Pretty full pregame show, and we still have to hear from the man himself on the business at hand, and that is this game. Real quick, Connor, because I know we got to still have a little bit of extra time. Let's talk briefly about what we expect to see tonight from Rutgers. This is a team under Steve Peichel traditionally built on defense, but when you look at their defensive metrics, they're not particularly good. I mean, they're well into the 200s in a lot of defensive categories, but over the course of the last 9 games in which they've won 5 of them, their defensive efficiency is top 50 in those games. They've been able to force more turnovers. They've cut down on the three-point percentage. They allow about 36% from three over the last dozen games or so. It's about 31%. So it's gotten better defensively, and that's where they're going to have to be tonight. Offensively, they're not as gifted. They've got to get it done defensively.
Yeah, and it feels like a team that's grown into it a little bit over the last, you mentioned it there, 3 or 4 weeks, 9 games of the season, month of the season about. It's a younger team. We're going to talk a lot about Tariq Francis tonight, transfer from NJIT, who's done a really nice job with this team this year. It's funny, you look at their metrics and nothing stands out, but it appears to be, and I've seen them a couple times this year, a team who, kind of wants to pressure you a little bit and speed you up. And so the metrics and the numbers might not paint that picture, but it certainly has that look of that team. And I think they've gotten confident over the last month or so too. So yeah, it'll start in the defensive end for them and they'll go from there.
Tariq Francis is their only scorer in double figures. He averages 17 points a game, and he's been shooting the three a lot better as of late. He's 12 for his last 22 in that category. He's going to be the assignment tonight for Josh Dix. So for Dix, if he can slow down their top scorer, it makes it a lot harder for them to work offensively.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And so it'll be a challenge for Creighton on both ends of the floor tonight, no doubt about it. I still think it's sort of an emotion, where are you at type of thing, be where your feet are. And we'll see. Oftentimes you could kind of tell by the teams coming out of the tunnel or in the warm-ups and things like that. And Creighton appears to be locked in, ready to go tonight. So we'll see what kind of effort we get from both sides.
And keep an eye on the big guy down low, Emmanuel Obole. He averages only 5 points a game, but he's big down low. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the conference, and we've talked about this ad nauseum all season long. It's those second chance points. It's those points off turnovers. The Jays have been a little bit better, even though they haven't shown it necessarily with the wins and losses. But if Obole is dominating the offensive glass, that feeds into what they can do offensively.
Big guy, big body, 6'10", right? He's been in the program he's now in the program for his third year. And so that's the kind of guy, the real back down, big weight, big man, who Creighton's had a little bit of problems with this year because they don't have a real true five. So they're going to try and use him tonight.
When we come back here on the American National Bank pregame show, we will talk with the head coach. It's time to hear from Coach Mack as we're counting down to tip-off Creighton and Rutgers here on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Coach Mack pregame is brought to you by Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. Mack, a 21-day layoff. First off, I can't imagine you've ever had one of those in your career.
No, I don't think so. And obviously it's challenging, but it's challenging for all 8 teams. And you just try to manage it and walk the line of let's get a little better, let's stay in shape, but also let's make sure we have some fun because these are usually some of the times where the guys are kicking back and resting a little bit. So hopefully they've had fun with the prep and we have fun here this week.
How did they look in practice? Obviously, events like this, you never know where the motivation level is going to be like. What did you think you got out of them when you got on the serious practice floor?
Yeah, I mean, most of it for the first really 2 weeks is a lot of skill development, individual work, enough to keep their lungs burning a little bit. And then we really zeroed in this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, preparation for Rutgers. So it looked more like a normal preparation. Now, who knows what our win's going to be when we're going up and down. I doubt any of these teams have done much of that, but it's, I think we've done a good job. Guys are, the guys that are here are healthy, healthy as they've been probably in a while.
How important was it for you not to dwell on last times when you were going through some of those drills?
It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. There's a lot of wonderful memories in that building, but there was a lot of great memories in the old gym when we left there too. And but I've the game's given me far more than I've been able to take from it. So it's going to be, it'll be. I'm glad we're playing a little bit more. Spent some time with my staff and with the team, and got a lot of people here. Some of my former players surprised me and showed up, so it was good to see some of those guys.
Austin obviously is not going to play tonight. How does that affect the rotations that you wanted to originally have coming in?
Yeah, obviously, he can get us some baskets, and he's been pretty consistent in that. But he's been dealing with an ankle issue all year that needed to probably be addressed, and he's going to have that fixed tomorrow back in Omaha. So, that'll just, Blake and Hudson, those guys are all going to get more time there. So they'll be, it's a knock to our depth, but I think guys understand what they need to do.
Rutgers defensively has been better down the stretch than they were at the beginning of the season. And obviously Coach Peichel, that's how he's built his teams, is with defense. What has the film shown you about how much better they've been defensively?
Yeah, they have been. They're still physical at the rim. And they'll take some chances, but their ball screen coverage is similar to maybe what we'd see with a Georgetown or a Providence. So it's something that we've seen before. It's the offensive end where I've been pleasantly surprised. They're a little tempo-wise, a little faster than probably what I was anticipating. So I think this game will be up and down, and hopefully we can make a few shots.
Tariq Francis is the only guy averaging in double figures. What have you made of him? And I'm assuming that's going to be the assignment tonight for Josh.
Yeah, Josh will get that assignment. He can make tough shots. He takes a lot of tough shots, and we just got to eliminate the open ones. And really, the last 8 or 9 games, the freshman point guard Mark has really elevated his game. And those two they really attack in transition. So we have to get back and get them stopped. Try to keep them off the free throw line the best we can.
Is Mark a little bit better driver to the rim?
Yeah, and especially in transition. He's really fast with the basketball. So, we've talked about that this week in practice, about putting our defense together and making sure they're not getting quick opportunities at the basket.
And that is the head coach. When we come back, tip-off, Creighton and Rutgers. This is the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
This has been the American National Bank pregame show. Now stay tuned for play-by-play coverage of Blue Jay basketball on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Neil got it! Jays win! Jays win! Jays win! Oh, mama!
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
This is Creighton Blue Jay basketball.
Wide open three. Yes, sir! Josh Dix. Ball loose on the floor. Schwartz gets it. Puts up the floor. It's in! It's good! Graves with 5. Graves, step back 3 on the way.
The Jays on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg are brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. At Jerry Ryan, we bring out the best in you. MD West One, voted #1 year after year in orthopedics, neurosurgery, and spine care. By Quality Brands of Omaha and Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. And by Creighton University.
Gray, step back 2. No good. Jason Green!
Now, here's the voice of the Jays, John Bishop.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, the winningest coach in Creighton basketball history bids his final farewell as the skipper of the white and the blue. Tonight, Greg McDermott, in search of his 366th Blue Jay victory, will take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in the quarterfinal round of the college basketball crown. And good evening, everybody. Alongside Connor Happer, I'm John Bishop. Welcome to the MGM Grand Garden Arena on the Strip in Las Vegas. And it's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by DJ's Dugout with 7 Omaha Metro locations. You too can dig in at the dugout. Tariq Francis leads the way for Rutgers, averaging 17 points and 3 assists per game. He'll be joined in the backcourt by the freshman Lino Mark. Mark is averaging 5.5 points per game, but lately he has been in double figures in 3 of his last 4 games. Darren Buchanan Jr. is the third guard in the lineup, averaging 8.5 points and 4 rebounds per game. Dylan Grant at the 4. He's averaging almost 10 points and 4 boards. And Emmanuel Obole averaging 4.5 points and 6 rebounds. One of the top offensive rebounders in the Big East Conference. For the Blue Jays, going with the alternates tonight with the Creighton Blue Jays in bold letters across their chest. We'll look this way. Josh Dix, Nick Graves, Fedor Zugic, the guards. Again, no Austin Swartz this weekend. He is out due to injury. Jason Green and Isaac Trout are the forwards. The officials tonight will be Mike Roberts, who we are familiar with from the Big East, Chris Passy, and Lane Barney. So, Connor, what do you see as some keys tonight as the Blue Jays try to get that 366 victory and extend this stay for another couple days?
You want to play with pace, but you don't want to get sped up, right? It's a fine line, I think, for Creighton. They want to go fast. We know that. They always want to, but you can't get sped up by Rutgers on the defensive end. They're going to try and heat up their guards a little bit. So I think for Creighton, just be calm, composed, get into this game, and see where it lands after the first 10.
Rutgers will be in the road red jerseys tonight with the white numerals trimmed in black. And we're just about ready for basketball. Pretty good contingent of Creighton fans. Far more Creighton fans here than Rutgers. It's friends and family night for the Scarlet Knights, as they just have a smattering of fans behind their bench across the way. The winner of this game will play West Virginia, a winner in overtime, 82-77 over Stanford. And if you happen to be a YouTuber, for the first time we have decided we're going to put up our YouTube cam and try to
here we are
have a little fun with this. So I'm gonna see if I can get my camera to work as well.
Oh, okay.
So we can do the dual. That way you don't have to turn your computer and you don't have to look at me from afar. Of course, you probably want to look at me from as far as you can anyway.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So check us out on YouTube, or it's on Twitter as well, at 1620 The Zone. There we are from beautiful Las Vegas.
I'm over on this side, so when I turn this way, I'm actually looking at you.
All right, here we go. This is radio after all.
It is. And we also want to thank all of our new listeners out in central Nebraska, home of Isaac Trout on 97.7 The Zone. As the ball is in the air, the tip is won by Rutgers, and they will go from right to left here in this first half. It's Mark at the top of the circle, goes outside for Buchanan. Now they'll go around the perimeter. Mark on the near side wing. Rutgers, a deliberately slower paced team. Now Mark looking to drive, gets shut off, kicks it back outside. Here's Francis. Francis looks down low for Abole. Abole trying to get into the paint, does. His little baby hook is up, and the layup is good over Isaac Trout. That was the switch that Mac wanted to talk about. He's going to put Trout down on Abole at least to start. 2-0 Rutgers with a basketball. It's Creighton's point guard, Nick Graves. Cross court pass, Jason Green, top of the circle. He's going to put it onto the deck. Look to drive. Now stops, drops one down for Josh Dix. He got it stripped away, and it hit off his knee and out of bounds. It was a great play design on the trailer. Josh Dix trailing from the left side, but he could not handle the pass. It may have been deflected first by Rutgers, but it goes off of Dix's knee, so it's a turnover against the Jays.
Yeah, I think it was. Nice defensive play by Rutgers. Great pass by Green to put it on the mark.
Abole outside. This is Lino Mark, the freshman from Los Angeles. He'll go cross court to Francis. Francis looks up at the shot clock, 10 left on it, tries to spin his way in, stops, gets his man off in the air, and his jump shot is good. Nice little pump fake there by Francis, and he shoots one in, and it's 4-0 Scarlet Knights.
Good defense by Josh Dix, little over pursuit at the end, and tough shot making.
Zugic goes outside for Graves. He's going to stop, take the three, but it's going to be short. And the rebound's pulled down by Rutgers. Darren Buchanan. He'll feed up ahead to Mark. Pitch it back outside to Buchanan. He wants to drive, gets shut off, and then throws it out of bounds right in front of the Creighton bench. Turnover against Rutgers.
Yeah, and you saw it there. If Rutgers gets going quickly, they're trying to get downhill. But if they get going too quickly, they're going to make mistakes like that.
2 empty possessions thus far for the Blue Jays. They have a third. Just underway here in Las Vegas. Jays down 4-0. Here's Graves standing on the Crown logo outside to Dix. Dix will go cross court at Zugic. Zugic back near side win Isaac Trout. Trout up top for Graves. Graves with 8 on the shot clock. One dribble stops, goes outside. Now Zugic trying to make something work off the dribble, goes in hard, and he's going to be fouled. And that's a bit of a bailout for the Jays. That possession was going absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, Fedora really, really fortunate to get the foul call on that one. Thought it was going to be out of bounds off of him, but instead he gets to go to the free throw line.
There was a mismatch earlier with Lino Mark. The Jays did not exploit it, but Fedor Zugic will go to the free throw line. The personal foul is on Tariq Francis, his first. There was some concern in Rutgers circles that Francis would be limited somewhat as he injured a leg down the stretch in the season, but he's obviously out there and playing. First free throw is up, and he gets the carom off the back iron. It goes through. Fedor Zugic, a tough finish to the end of the regular season. Has just 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting in his last 2 games, and he's just matched those 2 points with 2 free throws here. So the Jays are on the board. 4-2 Scarlet Knights, 2 minutes in. Lino Mark will start the offense. Bounce pass outside Buchanan. Now back to Mark, who puts it on the deck. Looks to drive, gets into the paint, and the scoop layup is good past Isaac Trout. And that's where Lino Mark can be dangerous. He's probably the best driver on the team.
Really, really slick move there. Jab step, and then just blew by everybody.
6-2 in favor of Rutgers. Graves. Between the circles, it's Dix. Dix against Buchanan. Dix stops, goes outside for Graves. Graves still with the basketball. 9 on the shot clock. This possession's taking a long time. Ball got poked away, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul against Nick Graves. He turned it over and then grabbed one of the Scarlet Knights coming back the other way. So this is about as rocky a start as we have seen The Blue Jays right now seem to be disrupted by Rutgers defensively.
Yeah, there is really, really sticky offense going on right now for Creighton.
Ball is not moving well at all, and it's taking until late in the shot clock before they get any kind of motion going. Now they're going to push Francis up the floor. Francis keeps it on the dribble, finds his man underneath, but Jason Green rakes the ball away and gets the steal.
Great play by Jason Green and a bailout play at the end of it.
Trout, skip past Zugic, steps into a three, but it rims out. And the rebound pulled down by Buchanan. Buchanan up the center of the floor, looks to drive on Green, goes in, high off the square, it's no good. Ball tipped out, offensive rebound Rutgers.
He's going to try and get out in transition, but in order to do that, they got to get stops and rebounds.
Francis off a screen, stops, drops one down low, and a nice play underneath by the Blue Jays to get the takeaway. It goes out of bounds, last touch by Rutgers. That one was headed for the basket. Obole had a run to the rim, but the Blue Jays got their hands on it, and it's a turnover against Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers is a team who's careful with the basketball. They're top 100 in the country in offensive turnover rate. They've been a little careless so far.
Oh, but careless with the basketball, and Fedor lost it, and the alley-oop jam. Tariq Francis, Delino Mark. And that was an ugly turnover by Fedor Zugic. 8-2 Rutgers. Graves between the circles. Not a lot of motion right now. Now Graves on his dribble, tries to get down the lane line. Jump stop outside, kicks it to Fedor. He turns down an open three and then gives it up to Graves with only 5 on the shot clock. Now Graves going to have to try to make something work. Does off the square, and it hit off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound Rutgers back the other way. Buchanan jump stops the free throw line to Mark. And now they'll kick it back out to Francis. 8-2 Rutgers, but a takeaway by Jason Green. He'll feed down the floor to Dix. Outside for Zugic. This time steps into a three, missed it, but Trout gets the offensive rebound, has to pull it back out. Green, cross-court pass, deflected, but into the hands of Zugic, who lays it up and in. Very active hands out there right now. And these teams taking some weird risks with their passing.
Yeah, Creighton's got the ball popping around a little bit. They got to get out in transition, but if they got it popping on offense, then Rutgers is really, really struggling in rotation right now.
8-4 in favor of the Scarlet Knights, waiting on that first media timeout. 5 minutes in, kick out for Mark. He's going to shoot the three, and it's good. Lino Mark is only a 23% three-point shooter, and he tickles the twine. Here's Jason Green up ahead. Green drives, missed the layup, tipped up in the air, and Rutgers comes down with it, up by 7. Here's Francis. Between defenders and the Jays, misfire on the hedge, and a foul will be called on CU's Jason Green. Well, a rocky start for the Creighton Blue Jays. Offensively, they have been off the mark. And with 14:45 to play first half, Rutgers 11, Creighton 4 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the three. Bang!
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Creighton basketball is on 1620 The Zone, KOCN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs, and on 1019 The K, KOOO, La Vista, Omaha.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Blue Jay basketball this season brought to you by Miller & Sons Golf Cars. Cruise in style with Miller & Sons. Reliable, custom, and ready to roll. Come visit our showroom today at our Waterloo location and drive the difference. A 1-for-6 start for the white and the blue. The only field goal that tip-in layup by Fedor Zugic, but the Blue Jays have turned it over 3 times already in this one, and they have done what Greg McDermott was hoping to avoid, and that is Rutgers has been able on occasion to get out and run, because this is not a team that's very good in the quarter court offense, but they have already scored a couple of points in transition.
Yeah, and Creighton, I just think, looks a little hesitant on offense. Obviously, Rutgers is doing a nice job of kind of stuffing everything that Creighton's throwing out there right now. I think Creighton's hesitant. They're not letting three-pointers go at the rate that they should be. It's tough to get out in transition, too, like they want to do if they're pulling the ball out of the rim as well. So we'll see how they react here coming out of the first time out. It's Doug on the video board with our TV friends.
Yep. So
still can't find where he's at in the crowd, though.
Yeah, I'm looking to see where he's sitting in the crowd tonight, watching Coach Mack. He's got a game tomorrow night in Sacramento. Rutgers with the lead in the basketball, 11-4. Here's Francis outside. This is Woolley. Woolley checking in for the first time. Now gives it up to Michael Davis. Davis looks to drive, stop, spinning, turnaround, jump shot, short. Rebound, Jason Green. Green back the other direction for CU. Let's see if they can get some flow into this offense. Green outside for Freeman, who's into the game for the first time. Gives it up, kick out pass. Here comes Harper. Harper drives and leans in and draws the foul.
Really good start there from Blake Harper. Good energy from this group coming out of the timeout. Creighton just needs to get some looks. And if it takes barreling your head down and getting to the rim, Blake Harper is here to do it. Found Doug, by the way. Behind the green shirt there.
Down below us or across the way?
Straight across.
Oh, straight across the way. All right. Here is Harper. First free throw, good. Blake Harper, 7.8 points per game, but over the last 4 games, he's averaged only 12 and a half minutes as his playing time has decreased. Second free throw off the back iron and the rebound to Rutgers. So the Jays only get 1 out of that break. 11-5 Rutgers, 6 minutes in. Outside of the wing, it's Francis. Francis up top for Woolley. Woolley will give it to Davis. Davis around side to Caden Powers. Powers stops, jumps in the air, and then his pass is taken away by Harper. Harper running the break. Harper down through the paint, drives, got it knocked away, and then it was last touched by Freeman. I think Harper trying to do a little too much there. It was a 1-on-2. He had trailers behind him, but he did not really have a great run at the rim.
Oh, that's a travel. I like the attitude, though, just a little bit too much. A little too much bullheadedness from Blake Harper.
13:36 remaining first half, 11-5 Rutgers. Slow start for the Blue Jays. Here's Davis. Davis between the rings to Powers. Powers will go to Francis. Francis deep outside with 9 on the shot clock. Here's Woolley. Woolley still outside the arc. Powers. Powers, 4, 3, 2. He'll hand it off. Here is Francis. Jacks up a late 3. It's up. It's no good. Rebound, Ty Davis. Davis back the other way for the Jays, but he does not have numbers. And then his pass got deflected, but into the hands of Jason Green, who lays it up and in. Man, there has rarely been a possession for Creighton where the Rutgers Scarlet Knights haven't gotten their hands on the ball, and then in transition, JaMychal Davis breezes past everybody and changes hands and lays it up and in.
Jason can't do everything. He's been impactful on basically every positive possession tonight for Creighton.
Got a lot of hands. Here's Dix. Deep 3 on the way, but it's short, and a long rebound to Powers. 13-7 Rutgers. Down the floor, it's Francis. Francis wants an early 3. It's good. Tariq Francis, who is 12 of his last 22, buries the triple, and Rutgers leads at 16-7. Davis to Freeman. Freeman outside the arc, gives it to Dix. He's got an open three. Yes, sir. Josh Dix, 5 points bank three-pointer, finally breaks the lid off the basket. Dix trying to become one of only 4 Blue Jays to have 4 straight games of 4 or more made threes. He just hit his first one there. Jays down 6. Here is a jump shot. It is no good, but a foul is called as Francis driving with Josh Dix on his hip. Mack arguing the call, but to no avail. And it'll mean free throws for Tariq Francis and a foul on Josh Dix.
Yeah, there's been a couple just wild shots from Rutgers offensively. A lot of individual stuff going on. They've got a couple to go early, to their credit. And Creighton needs to stay the course defensively. A couple things to tweak in transition, but I think they're doing okay from an individual standpoint on defense.
Well, the 92% free throw shooter, Tariq Francis, top 10 in the country, just hits his first free throw there. 17-10 Rutgers. We're at 12:01 to go. Green's going to get a breather here. Checking in for the first time is Hudson Greer. And checking back in at point guard is Nick Graves. So far, it has been Mark and Francis, the 2 guards, combining for 14 of the first 18 Rutgers points. And it's now 18-10 Scarlet Knights.
Now they're going to go press.
Press off the dead ball here. It'll be Harper to trigger it in. Looking. Finally, Greer comes in to catch. And now to Harper. Harper will bring it into the front court. Harper sprinting into the front court, swings it into the corner, outside for Greer. Greer got bumped, no call. Kick outside, into the corner. It's Harper. Harper back outside. Nice job by Rutgers. The Jays need to keep that ball moving. Here's Dix with 10 on the shot clock. Dix outside on the wing, got it deflected away and out of bounds with only 7 on the shot clock. Blue Jays had good ball movement early, but Rutgers is recovering nicely. And a timeout on the floor. Jays just 3 of their first 10. 11:38 left in the first half. Rutgers 18, Creighton 10 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
In basketball, 3-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the 3. Bang!
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank. When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Host Coffee is a proud supporter of Creighton basketball. For coffee, water, and micro market solutions, visit hostcoffee.net and taste the air roasted difference.
A sloppy start, but sloppier for the Blue Jays, who are just 3 of 10 from the field and 1 of 5 on 5 Points Bank 3-pointers. They have 3 turnovers, but they have had a number of passes or dribbles deflected by Rutgers, including one that just led to this media timeout. There's only 7 left on the possession, Connor. Jays will have to inbound, but still just not a lot of great movement on offense.
Well, you have it going for the first 5-10 seconds of a possession. It's got to keep moving. This is a pressure defense. They're really trying to individually guard. And when you get them in rotation, that's where you beat them. And you can't get them in rotation unless you pass it 5, 6, 7 times in a possession. And that wears on you throughout a game as well. Creighton has to stick to their plan offensively and not get too individual here against this team because they'll eat that alive.
Graves, Harper, Greer, Dix, Freeman on the floor. 11:38 remaining first half. Rutgers out by an 8-point advantage. 14 points combined by Lino Mark and Tariq Francis, their 2 guards. So here's Harper to inbound near sideline in the front court. Long lob in for Freeman across the way. Now Freeman with 5. Freeman stops, puts it up with one hand, missed the shot badly. And Grant comes down with a board. Into the front court, here's Mark. Pitches it outside for Grant, back to Mark. You can see Rutgers really trying to get Creighton to speed themselves up down the floor. And it's helped on a couple of possessions. Now down to 10 on the shot clock. Here's Mark, stops, 18-foot jumper, badly missed off the back brick. And we're going to get dual possession on the rebound. It'll go to Creighton.
Yeah, there was even a little miscommunication there defensively early in the possession as well. Rutgers, it's got the edge as far as the edge is concerned tonight.
They certainly do. This is a team that went just 14-19 this season, but they did win 5 of their last 9 games. Cross-court pass. Jays into the front court. Here comes Harper. Harper outside Zugic. Zugic back up top to Graves. Outside Greer. Greer tries to go baseline. Greer up against Mark. Got blocked from behind. Ball's loose on the floor. And 50-50 ball won by Rutgers. Now they've got a 3-on-1 all the way in. Layup good by Christopher Woolley. And it's a 10-point Rutgers lead. They are out hustling Jays for the loose ball. And down on the other end as well. Freeman, Graves, pushed out up the floor. Graves, bounce pass, down low, finds Freeman. Boy, he had to thread the needle on that long bounce pass, but Owen there for the easy stick in, 20-12, Rutgers.
Yeah, they kind of went for the trap there on Graves. He did a nice job of waiting for it and then getting the pass off.
Between the rings, it's Powers. Bounce pass, Woolley, now back into the hands of Jamichael Davis. Now, jump stop in the paint, floater up good by Powers.
And they're okay with taking those mid-range twos.
It's not a team that's very good at shooting mid-range twos, but they've been effective tonight. Jays down 10 again, 9:56 left first half. Graves, outside the arc. Harper one-on-one against Davis. Harper got it stripped away, and a turnover as Jamichael Davis pressuring Blake Harper, and another Blue Jay turnover.
And
Mac might want this reviewed.
He wants an explanation because there was a fight for the basketball. It got tipped a couple times up against this near sideline here.
He's talking with Mike Roberts. Not going to be a review. 9:44 left in the first half. It has been all Rutgers, 22-12. Mark has it. You can hear Mac barking at one of the officials. Working with the basketball, it's Davis. Now Woolley, top of the circle, 8 on the shot clock. Drives, spins on Greer. Hook layup is up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Zugic. Jays back the other way. They don't have numbers yet. Quick pass to Greer. Quick pass to Harper. Corner 3, short. Rebound Rutgers. And now on a full sprint, a kick out to Powers. It was a 1-on-3. For a second, I thought he was going to go right to the rack. Pull up 15-footer is no good. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul on Woolley. And that might have been a call coached by Greg McDermott.
So.
You might have heard in the crowd, Mike, the last time down the floor, that's 2. He was barking at one of the officials about something that was not called. Jays have it back. The foul on Woolley, his first.
got in transition on that last offensive possession. Harper just didn't make the three. That's the right idea, though.
Rutgers will press off the dead ball inbound, but not much. And Sugic will bring it across the timeline. Under 9 minutes to go first half. Jay's trying to find some rhythm here, down by 10. Green looking to drive, switches hands, now stops, gives it off to Dix, outside Sugic, steps into a three, off back iron, no good, but a long rebound goes to Graves, to Dix driving through the paint, nifty move, but he missed the layup, and the tip in by Green with a foul. That was a nifty move by Josh Dix. He just didn't convert on the layup, but right there with the offensive board, Jason Green and one.
I'm telling you, just about everything positive that Creighton has done tonight has been because of Jason Green. A couple tips on defense, securing a rebound or two, and then following up just a hustle play, like all around. That's the guy who's doing it for Creighton right now.
Jason Green, of course, all season long has been playing really out of position, mostly playing the 5 this year. Free throw is up and in, and so Green converts on the three-point play. 22-15 Rutgers, 8:30 left to go first half. Lino Mark trots into the front court, goes off to his left. Now passes off right. It's Buchanan. Outside the arc, here's Grant. Grant stops, 17-footer is in and out. I think you'll allow them to keep shooting that.
Absolutely.
Quick pass into Trout. Trout looking to drive. Gets shut off. Back outside Sugic. 19 on the shot clock. Green outside the arch with his left hand. Looking to dribble into the paint. Still working. Tried the backdoor cut. He had Isaac Trout, but misfired on the pass. 5th Creighton turnover and a timeout on the floor. 7:56 remaining in the first. Rutgers 22, Creighton 15. Blue Jay basketball from Las Vegas on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear is a proud supporter of Blue Jay basketball. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, located at the corner of 78th and Dodge. At Jerry Ryan, we bring out the best in you.
That's Connor Happer. I'm John Bishop. 22-15 Rutgers. This is the longest scoring drought we've seen from the Scarlet Knights. Unfortunately, the Jays have only been able to slice the lead by 3 points, as they are still only 5 of 17 from the field. And they just turned it over for a 5th time. Now, a couple of those turnovers, including the one we just saw, right idea. They're getting some good cutting action at times, They just misfired on a couple of passes.
Yeah, you can live with that. A backdoor cut that you just miss on a little bit. Live ball turnovers are going to kill you, obviously, in a game like this. It's just there's something that's not quite clicking tonight for Creighton. Ball's not popping on offense. Defensively, they're maybe a little bit of a step slow. And so Rutgers is taking advantage of that fact early.
We've seen it, though, on a couple of these last possessions. Rutgers settling for a lot of long jump shots. They are not a great jump shooting team, especially from long two.
Yeah.
If you can continue to coax them into doing that, you would think everything will regress to the mean, and that's where you can make a little bit of hay.
Yeah,
you got to stop the transition game first, but once you get in the quarter court, let's see if you can make them do that.
You play the long game as far as the math is concerned, but in order to get that to work for you, you got to make some threes on offense as well. So it's starting to come together a bit on defense.
1 for 7 on 5 points bank three-pointers are Creighton. 7:50 left first half, 22-15. Scarlet Knights. Handoff Francis. Francis gets it back on a handoff top of the circle. Dick's trying to stay on it. Francis trying to escape. 11 on the shot clock to Mark. Mark deep outside on the wing. Now steps into a three, and he's way off the mark. He airballed it.
Good contest by Nick Graves. In fact, a great one. Really timed the jump well.
So another stop by Creighton. 0 for their last 4 of the Scarlet Knights. Here's Nick Graves. To Zugic, to Dix. Dix will stop, look for the high pass, finds Jason Green. Now Green trying to work in the post. Green turns, hook shot is up, it's no good. Gets his own miss, put back no, gets another miss, kicks it out to Graves. Stick that three. No, it's short. Man. Oh, boy. Jason Green working hard there. Got 2 extra possessions. The Jays just cannot convert. Now Francis stops, leans in. And that's a travel. Oh, they're going to call the travel. Steve Peichel thought that Tariq Francis had goaded his way into a foul as Graves right on his right hip and then goes up, and that's a good call by the official.
Yeah, usually you're going to get that call with Graves, but Graves just standing there with his hands up. He took the double step back and then stepped through it.
That should be the second. Oh, no, that's a travel. I was thinking foul.
Right.
He's only got 1. The Jays have it back under 7 minutes to go first half, but not able to string together good offensive possessions.
Nobody is right now.
A little bit of zone look here by Rutgers. Outside, here's Dix. Dix. Outside the arc with 10. Dix to Graves with 7. With 6. Graves into traffic. Graves creates, gets the bucket, and 1. He went caddy corner through the paint and was able to get position to the square, and the foul on Dortch. And the bucket goes in.
Yeah, just sliced his way right through there. He said, nobody's going to stop me from, he's severely undersized. Goes up strong. Maybe got a little elbow to the chin there. Gets it to go.
Free throw is good. And the Blue Jays are within 4, 22-18. Their last 2 field goals have come with a free throw. 6:20 left first half. Here is Francis. Francis getting away from Dix for a moment. Stops, takes the 3, air ball, but ends up in Dortch's hands, and Rutgers keeps the possession, but it did not reset the shot clock. It's down to 9. Here's Francis spinning in against Green. Floater up, it's too strong. Rebound, Isaac Trout. Jays get another stop. Back up the other way comes Graves. Graves up the left side, outside Dix. Wide open 3, bang! Josh Dix, 5 points, bank three-pointer. It's a 9-0 Creighton run, and they're back within 1. Rutgers with Buchanan. Buchanan in the post. Buchanan, hook shot, short. Good defense, Jason Green. Rebound, Josh Dix. Dix, center of the floor, outside Trout. Long 3 on the way short. Green got his hand on it, but could not keep it. It goes out of bounds off of Creighton.
Defensively, Creighton has really done a nice job. The guards for Rutgers are so fast, they're so twitchy, oftentimes on blow-bys, they'll dribble themselves into sort of a bigger mess than they're already in, and Creighton's kind of letting them do that right now. The bigs are a bit of a problem down there from a physicality standpoint. Creighton doing a nice job adjusting on their guards.
22-21, Blue Jays down by 1. Pull-up jumper, free throw line good, and that ends the scoring drought, which lasted nearly 5 minutes. Jamichael Davis with the mid-range J. 24-21 Rutgers, 5 minutes left first half. Graves, top of the circle. Graves, cross-court pass. Trout, a very deep three. Yes, sir! Grand Island has come to the ballpark. 24-24, we're tied. That one's for you, 97-7 the zone. 4:45 left first half. Cross-court pass, Davis. Davis to the free throw line. Stops, reverses out. It's Francis. Francis will go cross-court to Davis. 10 on the shot clock. Davis looking inside now to Woolley. Woolley takes the three. Draws iron, but no bucket. Rebound, Jays. Creighton with a chance at the lead. Graves into the paint. Graves goes in strong. Tried to get the foul. Collides with the cameraman. And now it's a 5-on-4 for Rutgers. Into the front court. Francis for three. No good. Offensive rebound. No. Another offensive board, but it came out of his hands. And it's Creighton basketball. Wow. And they did that with a one-man disadvantage because after the wild miss by Graves, he went flying into a cameraman, and hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, it looked like it was our guy, Sam Noonan, down there who got the brunt of it. Creighton creative. Creighton got bailed out because Tariq Francis took a horrible shot.
Yeah, he had a 5-on-4, and he's jacking up threes. 24-24, coming up on 4 minutes to go first half. Here's Graves. Graves to Harper, who's back in the game. Harper, one-on-one. Near side, now to Trout. Trout curl around three, but it's short. And the rebound pulled in by Rutgers. Karam Konan is also checked in for CU. Francis trying to drive on Dix. Stops in the paint. Tries to force one up. A terrible decision in traffic. And he lost the basketball. Quick pass to Konan. But a foul's going to be called, and Konan can't believe it.
Yeah, I think it's the right call, though. Konan just ever so slightly extended those arms and got positioned because of it. Maybe a little bit of a sell for Rutgers.
First turnover against Konan, first foul against Konan, sixth against CU. But the Jays have rallied back on a 12-2 run. 3:34 left first half, tied at 24 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge or online at nissanofOmaha.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
This broadcast of Creighton basketball is presented by Creighton University. Discover your path at Creighton University. Creighton, a Jesuit Catholic university since 1878. Creighton.edu.
Jays are only 3 for their last 9, but in roughly that same amount of time, Rutgers is 1 for their last 13. And thus their shooting percentage, which was at 62% a couple of media timeouts ago, is basically even with Creighton's now. They are 10 of 27, 2 of 7 from 3. Blue Jays are 8 of 26, 3 of 12 on 5 points bank, 3-pointers, and Creighton is pulled back even after being behind 10 early.
Yeah, I think Creighton found a little bit of an edge on defense, but also Rutgers is throwing up some bad shots, forcing some stuff on offense right now. Creighton's done a better job of sort of staying in front and frustrating their guards, I think, a little bit. But Rutgers offensively is going to be kicking themselves a little bit for not growing that lead out further.
Ty Davis is going to get back into the game here to give Nick Graves a spell. So you have Davis, Dix, Harper, Trout, and Conan for CU. It's a 12-2 Blue Jay run stretching over 5 minutes. Rutgers ball. Here's Lino Mark into the front court for the Scarlet Knights. Outside for Davis. Davis back to Mark. Mark's got a driving lane and draws contact and a foul.
Man, those guards are really quick, and they're absolutely just trying to get downhill.
Lino Mark had just 2 10-point games over the first 22 this year, but he has had 10 or more in 7 of the last 10. So while his season numbers of 5, 2, and 1.5 don't look impressive, it's been much more down the stretch for the freshman out of Los Angeles, but he misses the first free throw. But you can see what they see in Lino Mark. He is the one Rutgers guard who can actually do something off the bounce in the paint. Makes the second, and Rutgers takes the lead back at 25-24. 3:19 left in the first half. Harper against Mark, and Mark took the ball away. Passes down the floor, finds his man, but a block and a foul is going to be called on Blake Harper. Harper, heated up by Lino Mark, turns it over, then trying to recover, blocking the shot of Jamichael Davis, but with contact and a foul.
Yeah, give credit to Harper for hustling back and making that a play at the rim. But Mark did a terrific job of just sticking right in front of him, right on his hip pocket.
Lino Mark, as the first free throw goes in, already with 2 steals in this game. And he's gotten his hands on a couple of others. Jamichael Davis, the junior out of Chattanooga, makes the first but misses the second, and the Blue Jays will get the rebound. 26-24, now Harper trapped for a moment, finally gets it away to Davis. Now Davis down the floor to Dix, but the Jays didn't have numbers. Harper outside, here's Trout, 3 on the way, no good. Tip up, no. A second tip, no. And the rebound to Rutgers. And now the Scarlet Knights on the run. Here's Woolley, steps into a 3, missed it. Rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Rutgers. Caden Powers going up simultaneously with Josh Dix. Foul against the Scarlet Knights. That is their 6th, and now both teams will be in the 1-1 the rest of the first half.
Once again, I'm not sure about that selection there from Woolley to pull up in 3-point range. Rutgers is kind of cruising downhill with some numbers, and he pulls up from the 3-point line. That's not a great 3-point shooter either.
Harper
doesn't shoot threes at all.
Bounces it into Graves. Rutgers again showing pressure off the make. Now here comes Graves. Graves into the front court. Hands off. Conan, way up good. Should have been an and one. But Karam Conan with his first bucket of the game ties it at 26. Front court, it's Davis. Now he'll spin it back outside to Mark. 2:25 left to go in the first half. Powers outside Abole to Mark. 10 on the shot clock. Mark outside. His man slipped. Now Mark gets it back, steps into a three. It almost went in, but the rebound pulled down by CU. Jays with another opportunity at their first lead. Here's Harper. Harper. Outside Graves. 2 minutes left first half. Graves right side of the floor to Conan. Outside the arc to Dix. 14 on the shot clock. Dix spinning back. Outside Greer, 9, 8, 7. Harper, far sideline, 6, 5. Now they've got him trapped. He's in trouble. Lobs it away to Conan. He'll just have to force one up, and it's a shot clock violation. The Jays are getting trapped too easily along the sideline, and it has led to some of these 8 turnovers, and that turnover essentially because of that trap.
They've just walked themselves into a couple of them, too.
Yeah.
Keep that dribble. Keep the ball moving. We're talking passes here. A little too much dribbling still for Creighton.
Minute 40 left in the first half, and the Jays have had 3 or 4 opportunities to get their first lead, but have come away empty. 90 seconds left first half. Here's Francis. Francis off the dribble right side. Stops, reverses out to Mark. Mark, near side wing. Mark, now back to his right. Mark through the paint, lost the dribble. It's loose on the floor, picked away by CU. Back the other way comes Graves. Graves, lob up, Greer, layup, good! Jays first lead of the game with 70 seconds to go in the first half, and a timeout by Steve Peichel. Hudson Greer's first bucket of the game gives Creighton their first lead of this game.
Great job by Nick Graves. Feels the momentum. He's got really a 3-on-1 here, but he waits and waits and waits and ever so slightly baits the defense into pulling out. And Hudson Greer, easy 2 right there. Could have slammed it home for an emphatic nature. We'll take the lead either way.
Rutgers, 1 of their last 15, and they have not scored a field goal in 4 minutes. So while Creighton has come back from a 10-point deficit, it honestly could be a lot worse for Rutgers right now, given this long cold snap, some of it self-inflicted by their shot selection.
Yeah, I think both defenses have kept their teams in it so far. Creighton settled in a little bit. You mentioned Rutgers' shot selection, and Rutgers obviously just hounding Creighton from a pressure perspective on their defensive end when Creighton's got the basketball. There's Ben Jacobson in the house, I believe.
The new head coach at Utah State, one of Mac's longest and dearest friends in the profession, and a former Mac assistant. So many former Mac players, coaches, friends made this trip out here to Las Vegas. Here's Francis. Francis in the mid-post, and they're going to get a foul call. Is that on Dix? No. That's his second. And that's the 7th team foul, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 here. Might as well say it's 2 foul shots because Tariq Francis does not miss.
Now, Rutgers is a pretty good free throw shooting team as a whole, but Francis is really, really good.
But we have not heard much of Francis as of late, just 2 of 7 in this game. He and Mark had 7 points apiece. But they've only scored 1 combined since in the last 10 minutes. First free throw is good. 28-27 Blue Jays, 55.7 seconds left. If the Jays play this right, they can get a 2-for-1 here before the half. Second free throw good. We're tied at 28. Dix, backcourt. Cross pass into the front court. Now back to Dix. Dix outside. He'll take the deep 3. Yes, sir! His third 5 points bank 3-pointer. 40 seconds left in the half. 31-28 Blue Jays.
Rutgers fell into the zone, and that's how you beat it. Josh Dix right at the top of the key.
Outside with the basketball, it's Mark. Mark through the paint, stumbling his way to the basket. Lost the basketball, but Rutgers keeps it. Now cross-court pass. Here's Grant behind the back pass to Mark, and then he lost the dribble. Rutgers is as sloppy a basketball team as you will find. There's just been some questionable decision-making. And you can see why their effective field goal percentage is so low. It's just 328th in the country, but a lot of it is some of the decisions that they make. I mean, that shot that was it Mark that tried to make? I don't even know how he thought that was going to go in.
Well, and they have a second chance opportunity there off of the first, fall down block shot. They could calm down, reset things. Instead, we got three people on one side of the court just jammed up together. It is a mess for them right now.
So the Blue Jays using the timeout they would have lost at halftime. They'll have 19.2 seconds remaining, and they have a 3-point lead. And how about Josh Dix? He's just one more three away from joining, get this group, Doug, Ethan, Mitch, as in Balak, as only 4 Blue Jays to have 4 straight games of 4 or more made threes.
And by the way, the Josh Dix 3 put him over 1,250 in his career for total points.
So the Jays with the basketball and a final shot at this one as they have the lead, 31-28. Crossing the timeline is Graves with 12, 11, 10. He's still at midcourt. Now outside Dix, 7, 6. Dix trying to come off a screen. Dix with 4, stops, steps back, free, is short, and the rebound to Rutgers. And that will be the end of the first half. But the Blue Jays holding Rutgers to just one of their last 16 and have reversed an early 10-point deficit to take a 3-point lead at halftime. Your score, Creighton 31, Rutgers 28. We'll be back to Las Vegas for our halftime show right after this. You're listening to Blue Jay Basketball on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone. Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Well, it ain't the prettiest thing in the world. Some of it you can maybe blame on the 21-day layoff. Some of it you can blame on just bad basketball, quite frankly. I mean, the Blue Jays early on were not flowing well offensively, but usually comebacks start because you get your defense going again, and they have been able to goad Rutgers into taking some bad shots. They finished the half 1 for 16, and while the Blue Jays only lead by 3, they really controlled the last 7 minutes of that first half.
Yeah, and getting a few threes to go, I felt like loosened things up for them as well. 4 of 15 at the half from 3 for Creighton after starting, I believe, 1 of their first 7. So things are getting a little bit better in that category. And they keep Rutgers defensively, there's some man, then there's a couple possessions in a row where they will drop into a zone. They're throwing a lot of different stuff at Creighton to keep them off balance. But you're right, Rutgers' sloppiness offensively, paired along with Creighton, I think, settling in a bit, has really, really propelled them back into this game.
Tariq Francis and Lino Mark got off to a fast start. They scored 14 of the first 18 Rutgers points. Since then, though, that duo has been held to just 3 points combined down the stretch, and they have 17 of Rutgers' 28. The Blue Jays fairly balanced scoring across the board. Some of that, though, is just simply because they've been trying to find combinations out there that work, but Josh Dix, 3 of 5 on 5 points, banked 3-pointers. He's got 9 to lead the Blue Jays.
You're also trying to find the right combo of guys that works. A lot of guys have been in the game so far. Isaac Trout making a 3 was big. Hudson Greer's came in and given Creighton good minutes, I think. And, Green and Dix do what they do all the time. But inconsistencies from the other guys coming off of the bench, like Conan and Ty Davis and Harper so far this evening. So there's kind of, as it has been this season, John, it's sort of something different every night with this group. That's what it's been. Luckily for Creighton, they've taken advantage of some of the shortcomings on the other side.
Both teams an identical 33% from the field. The difference in this game, Creighton is 11 of 33. Rutgers is 10 of 30. Blue Jays are 4 of 15 on 5 points, banked 3-pointers, 3 of those from Josh Dix. Rutgers is 2 of 9 from 3. Rebounds are fairly even, and a sloppy half probably means you got some turnovers. 15 combined turnovers, 8 against Creighton, 7 against Rutgers. Halftime here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Creighton 31, Rutgers 28. Connor and I return with more of our halftime show right after this on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
In basketball, 3-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the 3.
Bang! When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Earlier tonight, the West Virginia Mountaineers rallied from 8 points down with 3 minutes to play in regulation to force overtime and then won it in the extra 5, 82-77. They were led by Hunter Huff, who scored 11 of his 21 at the free throw line, 21 points to lead the way. The former Dakota native, Creighton Eagles staff, we remember him from back in the day, 18 points for West Virginia. It spoiled a 34-point night for Ibuka Oroki. who scored 34 and 23 in the second half. I mean, he was
took
the
over.
only thing that was going for Stanford, and it was almost enough as, again, they led by 8 with 3 minutes to go, and West Virginia looked absolutely dead in the water. And then with, it was about 10 seconds left, West Virginia had the ball down 3. We're coming down the court in a broken floor, tried to jack up a 40-footer with 3 seconds left and fouled on the shot, made the 3 free throws, forced the overtime, and Stanford goes home from the crowd.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think it was just bad timing because they were trying to foul up 3, and then he went into the shot. Right. Sort of the wires got crossed there, and that ended up sending it into overtime, and West Virginia dominated the overtime. And that's going to be a lot of this tournament. A lot of these teams are the same in the sense that they have flaws, and which one of them pops up on any given night. And we've seen a lot of why Creighton has struggled this year so far tonight. We've seen a lot of why Rutgers has struggled this year so far tonight.
The Blue Jays will face West Virginia should they win tonight. On the other side of the bracket, Oklahoma won in overtime over Colorado. Similar to West Virginia, they had to come back late in that regulation and then ended up winning it in OT. And they will take on Baylor. So it's been kind of old home week for the Sooners. Played an old conference rival in Colorado. We'll play another one in Baylor. That'll be the first of 2 semifinals on Saturday. The second semifinal, should the Jays be in it, would be at 3 o'clock Omaha time here from Las Vegas. So tomorrow will be a day off. Saturday will be the semifinals, and then Sunday, the championship game at 4:30 Omaha time.
All right, so we'll move over. If Creighton can get this win tonight, move over to across the street to the big arena where the Las Vegas Golden Knights play, T-Mobile Arena, and maybe we won't see this place anymore. Well, I guess until next November.
That's true.
And we'll probably be back around here again.
I'll say this, though, all kidding aside, they do a really good job.
It is.
Dan Mahalik, who is the PR guy, was really good helping me get set up today for my radio show, and they have been very accommodating, both for the Players Era tournament, which his company runs, and this one as well.
Yeah,
so
give them credit. I mean, they go all out.
They do.
Like they always do. Creighton's just had some bad memories here.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, they're 20 minutes away and a good half away from erasing some of those bad memories. They lead it at halftime, 31-28. We'll be back in just a moment on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge, or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the three. Bang!
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Again, Blue Jays led by Josh Dix with 9. Rutgers led by Tariq Francis with 9. So each of the two teams leading scorers leading the way through the first 20 minutes. It's Creighton 31, Rutgers 28. It will be Rutgers basketball to start the second half, which we will do right after this. Blue Jay basketball on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Creighton basketball is on 1620 The Zone, KOCN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs, and on 1019 The K, KOOO, La Vista, Omaha.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
In basketball, three-pointers can win games.
Around a screen, he wants the three.
Got it.
When it comes to hitting your financial goals, 5 Points Bank gives you your best shot. As a proud sponsor of Creighton basketball, we know the value of coming through in the clutch. After all, we've been helping our customers do it for more than 50 years. With 14 branch locations statewide, 5 Points Bank is a clear go-to choice for your personal or business banking needs. Give 5 Points Bank a shot in helping you succeed. 5 Points Bank, the better bank.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
John Bishop Connor Happer back here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. 31-28 Blue Jays. They trailed at one point, 22-12. They have outscored Rutgers 19-6 since that point. Still only shooting 33% from the field. If they can just clean up the turnovers and get a little more motion out there, as long as they continue to play defense as they have been, and Rutgers keeps settling for bad shots, Jays should be in good shape here, but we'll see what adjustments Steve Peichel and company have made since that final 8-minute stretch where Rutgers went one of their last 16.
Yeah, the thing that can Rutgers seems like a sort of disconnected team, right? And we've talked about their sloppiness so far. What tears that apart every time is the exact opposite, connectivity. So Creighton needs to be that, stick to their plan on defense, and keep that ball popping on offense.
Beyond the 9 from Josh Dix, 5 from Green, 4 from Zugic, 3 from Graves, 3 from Trout, 2 each from Greer, Conan, and Freeman, and Harper has 1. 17 of the 28 points scored by Rutgers by Tariq Francis and Lino Mark. As we're just about ready to start the second half, 31-28. Blue Jays finally got their first lead inside of the last minute of the first half. It'll be Rutgers to start with the basketball, moving from left to right. Outside with it, it's Francis. Francis drops one down, and a great set play. Emmanuel Obole with the emphatic dunk. And the Jays missed an assignment there, 31-30. Graves, Zugic. And a blocking foul is going to be called, and that's going to be on Francis. Francis did not quite have that guarding position he was looking for. And Zugic drives into him. It'll be a foul on Francis. That'll be his second.
Yeah, this is the energy that Rutgers had at the start of the game.
Jays to inbound. Zugic will go the long way to Trout, and they're going to get a moving screen against the Jays on the inbounds play. That'll be on Nick Graves.
Yeah, I'd have to see it again. It looked like just got him for a little bump there.
Yeah, he was trying to set the screen, but missed up on it. And then Rutgers nearly turns the ball over as Francis fell as he caught it, but was able to get it back to his teammate. Now Francis into the paint, forces one up. It's no good. And a late whistle. And a foul against CU. And it's on Dix. And that's his second.
Really?
I mean, that was a really late whistle.
I mean, it certainly, I thought it looked like a foul, but
it was long after the shot went up.
After it hit the rim and off.
And the rebound scrum was already on. So now Francis to the free throw line where he is Mr. Automatic. And Francis, usually the big games he has is when he can get to the foul line 8 or more times. That's already his 5th. And here comes his 6th, and he's perfect on all 6. And Rutgers has scored the first 4 out of the locker room, and they lead again 32-31.
And here comes the full court press.
Inbound will come to Jason Green. And it'll be Green that'll have to bring it into the front court. Green to his left hand. Green spins it out to Zugic. Zugic kicks it back outside to Graves. Graves looking to drive. Floater in the paint. Short. Rebound. Loose on the floor. Graves down with it. Tie-up called. Jays will keep it. But we've seen Zugic again pass down another wide open 3.
He had a good look there. He should have taken that shot.
So the Jays lose the arrow, but they keep possession with 20 on the shot clock. As this half in the first 57 seconds has started similar to how the game started, which if you're Creighton is not good. 5-second count is on, and a bad pass is taken away. Now a 2-on-1. Here's Mark into the paint. Got rejected by Zugic out of bounds. But once again, the Blue Jays unable to execute against Rutgers defense, this time just trying to set a sideline or a baseline out of bounds
And
play.
a great individual play by Fedor to get back, but another mistake by Rutgers, who's got numbers and could have easily had a lob.
Outside of Bole, now Francis. Francis with his left hand drives, pull-up jumper, way short. Rebound Green, who was fouled, but no call. Green into the front court to Zugic. Graves. Jays looking for their first bucket of the second half. Graves outside for Green. Green fakes the 3, drives, head fake, off the square. Good with a foul. Jason Green.
He's so crafty. They have to honor him, so he shot fakes the 3. Then defense catches back up. Just a little head fake up and under. And, man, Jason Green, terrific job tonight and all year long for an undersized 5.
Foul is on Emmanuel Abole, his first, but the free throw is short. Jays 33, Rutgers 32. 90 seconds into the second half from Vegas. Lino Mark. Cross-court pass, Buchanan. Buchanan to his left hand. Buchanan works into the mid-post, stops. Now looking to get it outside and finally does to Francis. 8 on the shot clock. Francis probing, stopping, spinning, leaning in, and a crafty move by Francis. And guess who's going to the foul line again? And Jason Green commits his second.
Yeah, it's just a good play. I mean, a really good play. Pivots, uses it. Uses Green's leverage against him. He's already up in the air, and he just goes right into him.
So now free throws 7 and 8 for one of the top free throw shooters in the country.
And you feel like you're doing a pretty good job on him, too. He's been uncomfortable offensively all night. He's forced some really bad shots, but he's gotten himself to the free throw line now, his 7th and 8th foul shot attempts.
4 times this season he has been in double digits in free throw attempts. He is now 8 for 8, and Rutgers back on top by 1. Early second half. Graves, front court. Graves, Zugic between the rings. Green just inside the three-point line, finds Isaac Trout, and Trout drives to the bucket, gets fouled. He'll go to the line for a rare pair of free throws.
Yeah, they don't get Isaac Trout coming off of screens going downhill to the basket very much, but credit the entry pass there, and then Trout for going up with it. We've seen him catch on those a couple times this year, and he'll stop and shot fake and find himself in a bad situation. He just goes up with it and draws the foul.
15 of 18 this season is Isaac Trout. He just does not shoot a lot of free throws. Of course, mainly he's a spot-up three-point shooter. First foul shot, good. 88% in his career for the native of Grand Island. Second foul shot, perfect. 35-34 Blue Jays, 17:50 remaining in the game. Lino Mark will bring it into the forward zone. Outside Abole. Abole will hand it off to Mark. Mark probing, kicking it out, and Dix intercepts. Dix steps in front. Dix down the floor, Graves. Graves working outside, deep three. Trout short. Long tip out, and it comes down to Lino Mark. Now Rutgers on the run. Here comes Francis. Francis stops. Now he's switched up against Trout, and that's a mismatch. Drives the basket and misses the runner. Jays caught a break on a mismatch. Front court, Graves. Graves stops in the paint. Count it, and one. It's not necessarily textbook, but Nick Graves has created a couple of and-one opportunities by being aggressive and going right in there against Lino Mark.
That's his game. That's what he is best at. He is able to snake his way through and then get up a shot through traffic and through pressure and usually get it up on the rim.
Free throw is good. Jays by 4, 38-34. The foul was called on Grant, Dylan Grant, his second. 17:08 to play. Outside wing, Francis. Francis off the screen, stops, free throw line, tries the bounce pass, almost got away. Here's Grant. Grant trying to post up, and we're going to get a foul on the floor against Creighton's Fedor Zugic.
Shouldn't be a shooting foul here, no. Just a bump there. Light one at that.
So already 8 combined team fouls, 4 apiece in the first 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Inbound Buchanan into the corner, off the screen. The three rolls off, no good. Rebound Dix. Dix into the front court. Dix in a broken floor, steps back, three short. Rebound Mark, and now Mark pressing the issue. Mark into traffic. Mark between defenders. Scoop layup missed. And a foul is called against Creighton.
Who are they going to get here?
I don't know. And that's the third on Dix. And Dix holding his hands out saying, what did I do?
Yeah,
I don't know what he did either.
Mack is looking for an explanation. Harper's at the table looking to check in. And
so 3 fouls now on Josh Dix.
Mack's also wondering if he can challenge. He's taking a look back at Jeff Grizel with the iPad. Nothing.
Well, we never did get a replay, but Lino Mark will go to the free throw line. Rutgers has been to the line 12 times already in this game, and they've made 10 of them. First free throw missed. But the bigger issue is that Josh Dix, your best on-ball defender, is going to have to come out with 16:37 to play with 3 fouls. And that's going to make life more difficult because his primary assignment has been Tariq Francis.
And he's your leading scorer tonight as well.
Mark makes the second. 38-35 Blue Jays. Subs coming in for Rutgers. Davis and Powers. Francis and Mark come out.
This is a big moment for Nick Graves. He's got to get the ball, stay in control. Don't dribble into any unnecessary pressure.
And it looks like Rutgers, not as much pressure this time, but Graves trying to come away from his defender. Graves, crab dribble in the paint, hesitates, puts it up and draws another foul. We could end up shooting a ton of free throws tonight based on how this game has gone in the first 3.5 minutes.
That's a good job by Graves. He gets the situation, too. And he also, he knows that Josh Dix is out of the game, and the sooner that you could get him back in there with a longer time off before you're trying to get the most out of that situation. And Graves goes back to the free throw line and makes the first.
Foul was on Jamichael Davis. He's got 2 now.
2 field goals for Rutgers in the last 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
Second half so far, we've had 10 field goal attempts and 10 fouls.
It has been sloppy.
Both free throws are good. Ty Davis will come in. Jays have their biggest lead of the night, 40-35. Each team has shot 6 free throws in this second half, and we're not even at the first media timeout. Buchanan, Davis, cross court, pull up, Powers, 10-footer, good.
Creighton will live with that, though.
Caden Powers with the field goal, 40-37 Blue Jays. Zugic stopping, outside Trout. Trout gives it back up to Zugic to his left hand. Zugic stops, throws one up. Here's Green, but Green didn't have position, kicks it out. Harper steps into a 3. Yes, sir! Blake Harper with a 5 points bank 3-pointer. Jays by 6.
I think Isaac Trout is a big part of this as well. They've really had to push him off the 3-point line. It's creating a little bit more space for Creighton offensively.
Obole, handoff, Davis between the rings. Left side pass, Powers. 10 on the shot clock. Powers hesitates, pull up, 17-footer, off back iron, no good. Tip out comes to CU. Jays back the other way, up by 6. Harper into the forward zone. Harper gives it to Green. Green trying to work into the paint. Gets shut off. Kicks it back outside. Jays reset. Now Green again. Green into traffic. Layup good after the change of hands. And Steve Peichel has to stop the music. Blue Jays have taken their biggest lead of the night. 45-37. As Jason Green connects on his 4th field goal of the night. And with 15:06 to play, we've got a timeout on the floor. Creighton 45, Rutgers 37 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Here at the Greg Young Extra Mile Institute, we teach our specialists how to provide the best customer experience.
So as you can see, the Greg Young price is very clear and easy to understand. But if you look at other dealers' prices, not so much.
Wow. Just don't find our level of honesty too often.
Jenny, you just earned an A for the course.
We have what you're looking for. Choose from over 600 pre-owned vehicles. Visit gychevy.com. Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Support for Creighton basketball is brought to you by American National Bank. Together, we can do more for our community. American National Bank, do more here.
They got the dance cam on here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and the camera zeroed in on the McDermott family. Teresa and Sid, Jeff Vanderloo's wife, Corey, and others were dancing, and standing in the middle with his arms crossed refusing to become an internet meme, or at least that kind of an internet meme. It still might, because he's the one guy just standing there saying, no, not going to do it, as the rest of his family is dancing around.
Well, he's got a locker room to go back to tomorrow, so you don't want to end up on the internet probably just about anywhere. But how cool is it? I mean, like I said to Rass earlier, this has been sort of a mini family reunion tonight. So many old faces, former MAC players, people just that were in and out along the way, but a part of this journey. It's really, really cool to see.
Players going all the way back to his first head coaching gig at Wayne are here. Pretty much, I mean, there is representation from every one of his stops. Now, some of the people were at multiple stops, like a Ben Jacobson, but, you know, you got lots of guys who wanted to come out and show their support for one of the greatest gentlemen you will ever meet in sports. And I don't say that just because I'm the voice of Creighton. It is indisputable. Here's Rutgers with the ball down by 8. Give to Powers. Powers into the mid-post. Floater up good. Caden Powers got position just inside the free throw line. 45-39 Blue Jays.
Rutgers always does a nice job coming out of these timeouts. They get a quick little burst. Let's see if Creighton can stem it.
Harper to Zugic. Zugic, lob for Green. Dangerous pass in traffic. Somehow came down with it. And then a wrestle for the loose ball, and it's going to go back to Rutgers on the tie-up.
Man, I'm not sure how Jason even got a tie-up out of that. That was a really sticky situation.
So an errant pass. That'll be the 10th Blue Jay turnover, 11th Blue Jay turnover, 3rd of the second half. This actually will be the under-16 media timeout. So we will keep it right here as we burned ours at the first called timeout of the second half. But the Blue Jays, 4 of 7 and 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Rutgers, 3 of 8 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line here in this second half.
Yeah, and Creighton's got to keep them off the foul line. Now, Rutgers, you extend this lead out a little bit more. Creighton's got it to 6 right now. If you get it to 8, 9, 10, and beyond, then they start to really, really force it, because they're going to be looking for threes and stuff in transition and trying too hard to get to the free throw line. So we thought that Creighton, if they just stayed the course and played their game, they'd be able to, find a way tonight, and that's what's happened so far.
Shot selection's been a little bit better here for Rutgers, but still only 3 of 8 and now 13 of 38 in this game after they started north of 60%. But a lot of that was done in transition. The Jays have done a better job of getting back, because even on makes, Rutgers is trying to push the ball as quickly as possible and create some mismatches in a broken floor. Jays have been more disciplined over the course of the last 15 minutes or so of game action.
That's the word. It's discipline for sure. And so Rutgers has made some bad decisions in those categories. But I also think Creighton's done a nice job. There's a couple, particular, you're in a 2-on-1 where you don't have the numbers, and you get back and make an individual play, or you get a chase down and end up in a foul, and maybe you send them to the free throw line and things kind of get stagnant a little bit. So they've done the little things in the total package better than Rutgers tonight.
Earlier today, it was a very busy day in Creighton athletics, both baseball and softball on the road and in Big East Series. Baseball, we talked to Mark Kingston in our extended pregame show. Blue Jays got a 2-run single from Teddy Dieters. A good spot start from their junior Shea Went, and Creighton wins at UConn 3-1. Of course, that series pushed up a day because of the Easter holiday. They will play again tomorrow afternoon and then Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Omaha time. All of those games are on ESPN+. Meanwhile, the softball team got back-to-back home runs in the 8th by Keegan Mayhew and Erica Perez, and they won the first game at Butler 8-5. Unfortunately, Butler won the second game also in extra innings 6-5. Butler came into this weekend first place in the Big East by 1 game over Creighton, so they have split the first 2 games of that series. They'll play another one tomorrow.
Yeah, things starting to look a little bit better for Krista Wood's group, so good to see them, and maybe Creighton baseball and Mark Kingston can finish off a huge series win tomorrow.
And we literally did see them at the airport. We flew out. Our plane left at the same time as theirs did as they were headed towards Chicago.
The other way.
45-39 Blue Jays, up by 6. Rutgers with Buchanan standing on the three-point line. Goes cross court. This is Haroon Zerno, who's come in for the very first time. Now to Davis. Davis, jump stop outside Buchanan with a running start at the rim. Jumper is no good. That went over the rim. This is not a good Rutgers team at the rim. Here is Graves. Graves gives it to Green between the rings. Outside on the wing. It is Graves again. Graves working into the paint. Drives strong. Basket and one again. Nick Graves has really struggled from the field down the stretch. But tonight, he is being physical and getting tough finishes at the rim and getting fouled in the process. This is his third and one, I believe, of the night.
He makes that play when he starts the drive because he's patient and he waits for the defense to come, and then right at the last second, he curls around it, draws the contact, and gets the and one.
And there's the completion of the and one. 48-39, Graves now leads the Blue Jays with 11 points. Jays with their biggest lead, 13:40 to go. Zerno had it for a moment. Now handoff far side, Davis. Davis up top for Zerno. Zerno puts it on the deck. Zerno, jumper is up. It is short. And that ball, I think, was last touched by Harper. No, they're going to say it's off Rutgers. If this were late in the game, that would be worth burning a challenge on if you're Steve Peichel, because I thought that Blake Harper touched it last.
Way forced, though, by Zerno, who comes into this game because he's shooting about 34% from three, but gets the second most up on the team. And so they're going to try and get him going from outside.
He was a player that Creighton looked at in the recruiting process. Here's Graves, pull up, jumper, good! Graves almost trying to get another and one. That time sank the 10-footer, and it's 50-39. Quick spot up three, short, rebound Harper. Jays with an 11-point lead. Here comes Harper. Harper all the way in. Layup good! And the Blue Jays attacking early. They laid it by a baker's dozen, a 7-0 run in the last 50 seconds.
Like I said, John, they're really chasing now. They're forcing things up at a drastically quick rate.
Cross-court pass, Zerno. Zerno stops, pull-up, 17-footer short again, but a bad shot leads to an offensive rebound. Pull-up three, no, and another offensive rebound. Zerno outside the back door. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for Rutgers. Davis to his right hand, drives and draws contact and a foul. And Nick Graves is the one holding his hands out saying, what do I have to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good take there by Davis, who just had to get something going toward the basket. Rutgers has gone ice cold from the field with the jump shot and with the three-point ball, and so he's just trying to draw a foul and does so. Even though it was kind of awkward and fading away, it was basically block extended, as Coach McDermott here is having a chat with one of our officials.
Did they add a bucket for Rutgers? I thought it was 52-39.
It was 39.
I could have swore that it was 52-39. And hold on.
Now they're going to go over to the monitor.
Here's Davis.
Yeah, they're looking at the foul, which it's a foul.
Oh, did they? They're talking about a possible goaltend.
And
that layup was going to be short, and then Isaac Trout came in for the swat. So apparently they did count the bucket. That's why it's 52-41, and now they are looking at the replay monitor.
I guess I didn't recall them counting it goaltending on the floor, though.
So here's the shot. It hits off the backboard, and then
I think he does get a piece.
He does, but there's no way that shot's not going in.
It's not.
It's short.
But it's going to be a goaltender.
Wow. And that is going to be a cheap 2 points. That layup was well short of the mark, but after it kissed off the glass and was starting to come back down, Trout's fingertips got on it.
So Mac was having a discussion with the official, and then they were also sort of waiting to see what they saw on the iPad. Let's make sure that Trout touches this.
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Rob Anderson has given us the yes. They're going to count this. So
wow. There is no chance in hell that ball was going in. And so Rutgers gets a cheat too, and they get the foul. So now a chance for a 3-point play when it should have been two foul shots instead.
Yeah.
It was still the foul was still going to be there. So the foul was on Graves, and that is his third. So now you have Graves and Dix, your top 2 scorers, with 3 fouls apiece. And we still have 12:32 to go.
This game is crawling.
Free throw good by Davis. And now it's a 10-point game at 52-42. And the Jays will go without both Dix and Graves on the floor. And now the pressure's really going to get ramped up. But Ty Davis gets across the timeline. Lino Mark was really on his hip. But nice poise by Davis to get it into the front court. Now can the Jays get some offense out of this group? Outside, here's Hudson. 3 on the way, short. And the rebound to Rutgers.
Good confident rise up, though, from Hudson.
Here comes Lino Mark on the drive to the rim. Missed the layup over the rim. Rebound Hudson Greer. Now the Jays want to run. Here comes Harper. Harper through the paint. Bounce pass outside. It's Greer. Greer gives it down low to Green. Green layup good. Good hesitation. Got his man in the air. Gets the bucket 54-42.
Surprised he didn't get a foul call, too.
It was close as Woolley was right there on his back. 11:46 to go. Jays by a dozen. Lino Mark outside for Powers. Powers stops, pull up, 16-footer, no good. Davis came down with it in between defenders and lost the basketball. And Rutgers gets a cheap possession. Powers, 13 on the shot clock. Cross court to Mark. Mark hands it off to Zerno. 8, 7, 6. Mark outside the arc now tries to drive on Greer. Gets separation, pull up, jumper, good. 54-44.
Great play by Mark and well defended by Greer. Just got the shot to go.
Davis to Green. Green will hand it off to Fedor. Fedor from his left hand stops. Cross court pass to Davis. Davis driving baseline, shut off. Swings it outside for Zugic. Steps into a 3. It's way short. And the rebound pulled down by Zerno. Rutgers down the floor. Zerno. Woolley to Lino Mark. They want the ball in his hands. Mark going to try to get into the paint against Davis. Spins in, layup, missed. Rebound, Jason Green. Here comes Davis. Davis down the floor. Pull up 3, Greer, short. Tip up, no. Ball still up in the air, and Rutgers comes down with it. He was standing on the sideline. They missed the turnover. Dortch was standing on the baseline when he came down with it. 54-44. Again, Jays playing without their top 2 scorers right now on the bench with 3 fouls. Still a lot of time left in this game. Here's Dortch. Dortch tries to create something off the dribble and draws the foul. And this is going to be a long 10 minutes and 10 seconds. It's already been a long 9 minutes and 50 seconds as we have had 14 free throws already, and we're going to have a lot more before this one is done. Rutgers can't score from the field, but they're going back to the foul line with 10:09 left to play in regulation. Creighton 54, Rutgers 44 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
The Blue Jays are brought to you by Host Coffee, 50 years of serving the best people in the world.
That's Connor Happer. I'm John Bishop, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Late on a Thursday night, the final of the quarterfinal games. Yesterday, Oklahoma and Baylor got wins. They're on the opposite side of the bracket. And earlier tonight, West Virginia won in overtime over Stanford. They await the winner of this game in the Saturday semifinal, which would tip off at 3 o'clock Omaha time. The foul was on Fedor Zugic, his second. And already both teams are in the bonus with 10-10 to play.
Yeah, man, we have some long timeouts tonight as well.
It'll be Caden Powers, who has 6 points tonight, at the free throw line. First one is short. Well, as long as you can keep Francis off the free throw line, you're fine. All the misses have been from everybody else in scarlet and black. One more coming here from Powers. It is no good. Owen Freeman, who's just checked back in. So now you have Dix back out there, and you have Graves, but they're each playing with 3 fouls. So keep an eye on that. 10 minutes left to go. Jays by 10. Graves outside the arc. Graves. Freeman hands it back to Nick. Graves, right wing, steps into a 3, but it is short. The Blue Jays still cannot connect on threes. They are 5 of 22. Here's Zerno from 3. That one's no good. And that's a foul on Rutgers. And Nick Graves came down with the board, and climbing over his back and falling on him was Bryce Dortch. And now we're going to come back to the other end of the floor. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Nick Graves. As, again, both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way.
Graves, 5 of 5 at the free throw line tonight. He's going to end up shooting 10 or 15 free throws in this game by the time we're out of here.
He's already 5 for 5. He's been at the line for 3 and 1s, and he converts the first. And Graves here down the stretch, that's where he's been getting his points, is at the free throw line. Second one is good. He remains perfect.
Yeah, he's been a great option this year just when things kind of break down. He is capable, and that really is his game, sort of creating, either getting himself to the free throw line and then working off of that.
This is the 5th straight game he has shot at least 6 free throws. In the front court, it's Lino Mark. Zerno on the run. Layup good and 1. Unreal. And that one's going to be on Hudson Greer.
Yeah, just got his arm tightened up there. That's a nice job by Zerno, who really just uses the leverage and forces back off it. And that's a pretty almost left-handed hook there.
Yeah. Aron Zuno, the freshman from Bosnia, had offer from Creighton. and is here at Rutgers. His free throw is good, and it's a 9-point game. Just over 9 minutes to go, 56-47 CU. He's led most of the second half. Graves. Freeman, top of the circle. Freeman kicks it out. Dix, wide open three. Yes, sir! Number 4 for number 4. His 4th straight game with 4 or more 5 points banked 3-pointers. That ties a McDermott era record with 3 of the best shooters we've ever seen here, including one who's in the building tonight. Francis just throws up a one-hander that is short. 59-47. Creighton with the lead. Here's Graves. Graves down the floor. Graves missed the layup, but he goes to the line for 2 more. Nick Graves continues to push down on that accelerator and make things happen for a Blue Jay offense that just has not had a ton of great flow tonight. But Nick Graves has been the man.
He's not out of control with the basketball, and he knows that Rutgers has a lack of discipline defensively, so he can draw these fouls, and maybe sometimes it's soft contact as well. A lot of them have been tonight where Graves has got himself to the line.
He knocks down the first. Graves now with 16 points. Jays 60-47. Doug McDermott, Ethan Rogge, Mitch Ballock, the only other Jays with 4 or more games in a row with 4 made threes. And now Josh Dix joins that group.
What a club.
Graves will check out. Davis back in ahead of the 8 media timeout. 8:35 to go. 61-47 Blue Jays. Front court, Francis. Cross court outside to Grant. Now into the hands of Mark. Mark will drive. Freeman deflects. Gets it back. And another foul.
Owen had a really nice initial stop there. Ended up back in the hands of, who's it, Mark?
Yep,
yeah,
we know Mark.
Back in the hands of Mark, and then Owen kind of commits a frustration foul coming back on the other side.
So that'll be his first, and right back to the free throw line we go. Lino Mark with 11 points. He is 2 for 4 at the stripe. Mark with the heavy mop top of hair makes the first. Nick Graves, after an extremely short period on the bench, I thought he was going to get time before the media timeout, but he comes right back in with 8:24 to go.
As they figure this slow of a game, he goes to the free throw line, and he can get himself to the free throw line on the other side of this before the timeout.
Second free throw, too strong. Freeman clears the board. 61-48 Blue Jays. Nick Graves. Slowly across the timeline. Graves looks things over. Now Graves hesitates, looks to drive, hesitates again, gets into the paint. Layup good! Oh, Nick Graves dancing to the basket. 2 or 3 stop-starts. And another finish, 19 for Graves. 63-48 CU.
Man, that is pretty.
Outside, it's Francis. Francis gets to the free throw line. Freeman got a deflection, but it came down in the hands of a Bole. How many times have the Blue Jays gotten a deflection, but Rutgers somehow comes away with a ball and a Bole gets the dunk?
2 straight possessions by Owen Freeman.
Got the block of the mid-range jumper, but they could not come down with the ball. 63-50, 7:29 to go. Graves again. Graves hesitates. Graves switches hands. Graves into the paint and draws another foul. And Nick Graves will go back to the line again for free throw attempts 10 and 11. It has been a night for Creighton's point guard as the Blue Jays, with 7:23 to play in Las Vegas, lead Rutgers 63-50 on the 1620 The Zone radio network.
At Baxter, we won't sell you a car. We'll help you buy one. It starts by streamlining your experience with one point of contact from start to finish. No handoffs. As well as providing a market-based and transparent price. No hassles. That means clarity with no strings attached. No hidden fees. Experience no handoffs, no hassles, and no hidden fees now. Get started at BaxterAuto.com.
Your goals don't have to wait. At Creighton's College of Professional and Continuing Education, we make it possible to advance your career at your pace. From non-credit upskilling to self-paced courses and professional development programs, our offerings evolve as industry needs change. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or take the next step in your career, we're here to help you get ahead. Explore what's new at lifelong.creighton.edu.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Since 1878, the dream of the Creighton family was to build a top-ranked educational institution in the finest Jesuit tradition. Over the years, the diverse, famous, and not-so-famous have shaped our society in a variety of ways. 1620 The Zone is proud to be the home of an important part of the Creighton tradition, Blue Jay Athletics. For almost 9,000 students and alumni all over the world, we say Go Jays on 1620 The Zone. Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, located at 78th and Dodge, outfitting Blue Jay coaches and fans for nearly 50 years.
It has been a season-best night for Nick Graves, and he has scored 16 of his 19 points in the second half. He has 16 of Creighton's 32 points, and he is about to head back to the free throw line for his 10th and 11th free throw attempts of this game. Nick Graves, on a night where the Blue Jays offensively haven't had the ball popping like they normally do, have had to go basically straight to some old school straight drive basketball, and Nick Graves has been on one tonight.
It's been Graves and Josh Dix, the two seniors, the two guys that Creighton was looking to send out and say, hey, I hope we end up feeling good at the end of this season because it's been a long one. 19 out of the last 28 points have been scored by either Nick Graves or Josh Dix for Creighton.
Oh. By the way, he's still a long ways off of his career high, which he set at Charlotte last year. Exactly 13 months ago to the day, March 2nd, 2025, he had 32 at East Carolina. So here is Graves. And he missed the first. His first miss of the night. 63-50 Blue Jays. Still 7:23 to go. And remember, with the foul situation, Graves having 3 of them, this game's not over yet. Makes the second. And he's got his first 20-point game as a Blue Jay. 64-50 Creighton, 7:20 to play. Michael Davis. Ogbole. Outside Cerno. They chase him off the line. He has to give it up to Francis. Francis kicks it outside for Grant. Steps into a 3. It's up. It's no good. And a nice job by Harper to use his length to get that rebound.
Jason's trying to seal down there. Almost had him.
Graves. Back up on the dribble. Graves calling for Dix. Dix will get the handoff near midcourt. 15 on the shot clock. Dix picks up his dribble. Dix outside for Green. 9, 8, 7. Green trying to drive. Kicks it out for Graves with 4, with 3. He'll shoot the 3. Boom! Nick Graves, 5 points, bank 3-pointer. 67-50 CU.
For some reason, Ogbole didn't jump out on him. He head faked it, didn't jump out on him. He took the wide open 3.
23 for the senior from Charlotte. Cross-court pass, Ogbole. Fumbled it, got it back. Ogbole will hand it off for Davis. 9 on the shot clock. Davis drives. Davis into the paint. Layup good, and Graves just had to let him go there.
Smooth.
67-52. Smart not to get that 4th foul. Here's Graves into the corner. Harper kicks it back out for Dix. Dix stops, hands it to Graves. 18 on the shot clock, under 6 minutes to play. Graves Matched up against Davis, 12 on the shot clock. Still with the basketball, gives it to Dix. He rises from 3, but it is short. Man, I thought that was going in.
Looked online.
Rutgers back the other way. Davis into the paint. Davis got position, layup good. 67-54, Rutgers fighting back.
Couple in a row, those guards got downhill and really just blew by everybody.
5:26 to go. Rutgers still only 9 of 27 in this half. Blue Jays 11 of 19. Here's Graves. Graves hesitates, stops, lob, Green, dunk! They had to respect Nick Graves. That left Jason Green alone under the basket. Slam dunk by Green, 69-54 CU.
Was waiting for that to open up, and as easy as they come for Jason Green.
Cerno, long cross-court pass. Abole hands it to Francis. Francis trying to work into the paint. Jump stop, no shot. Outside Davis. Davis trying to work into the paint. Shot is up, no good, and that's the 4th foul on Nick Graves.
That's good defense. He's up and down. There's contact there. There's no doubt about it, but Graves was in front of him the whole way. Didn't get rewarded.
And that will mean free throws. Both teams now in the double bonus. So Nick Graves, with those 23 game-high points, will go to the bench with 4 fouls, 4:47 to go. First free throw is no good by Jamichael Davis. Zugic back in. So Dix will, between Dix and Zugic, they'll run the point. Jamichael Davis, 12 points tonight. If he makes this free throw, he'll be tied for the team lead, and he does. 69-55. Blue Jays by 14, 4:45 to go. Jason Green hands off Dix. Jays will work some clock, we would think. Here's Dix. Dix gives it to Zugic. Zugic trying to spin in. Stays outside, goes to Dix. Dix with 10. Dix outside, skip pass across the floor into the corner. Zugic rises from 3, but it's short. Fedora's shot just has been really off.
Yeah, not his night.
Down the stretch. Not only in this game, but this season. Here's a jump stop. Oh, boy. And Tariq Francis, who was out on the elbow, got to Jason Green, got him in the air, and he fouls him on the shot. Shot did not go in, but it would have been 2 foul shots anyway. And so Tariq Francis goes right back to the free throw line. 8 of his 13 points, now 9 of his 14 points are at the free throw line, 69-56.
2 for 12 from the field. You feel like you're just doing a great job on him tonight. He's forced a ton, but he gets himself to the free throw line really, really efficiently.
So the 5th time this year he has been to the free throw line 10 or more times. It's a 12-point Creighton lead. We're coming up on 4 minutes to go. Hayes not in the barn yet. Dix, far side wing. Dix still with a dribble. 13 on the shot clock. Zugic between the circles. Zugic to Harper in the mid post. Harper trying to work into the paint. Does layup good. He dances around Buchanan. 71-57. Good move by Harper. 3:40 to play. Francis outside Davis. Davis snake dribble into the paint. Gets position. Got past Green. Layup good. Timeout Steve Peichel.
He's fast.
He is pretty fast. Davis cuts the deficit down to 12. And we are at 3:31 to play in Las Vegas. Rutgers not giving up the fight yet. They are 3 for their last 3. Back for the final 3.5 minutes from the MGM Grand Garden Arena right after this. Creighton 71, Rutgers 59 on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shape your future in business with a graduate degree from Creighton's Heider College of Business. Our programs develop leaders in finance, analytics, and beyond, taught by faculty who bring real-world experience into every class. Looking to level up? Explore graduate certificates in high-demand areas like enterprise risk management or business analytics. Flexible options make it easier to fit your goals into your busy life. Start your journey today at graduateprograms.creighton.edu.
When the Creighton Blue Jays hit the court, they rely on teamwork and precision. At Bisco Technologies, we bring that same winning spirit to your business. From IT support and managed services to network security and cloud solutions, Bisco keeps your technology performing at its best so you can focus on what matters most. Bisco Technologies, proud IT partner of Creighton Blue Jays basketball. Visit bisco.com and let's win together.
Nissan of Omaha takes pride in cultivating lifetime customers by providing courtesy, service, and respect to each and every person. For this dedication, Nissan of Omaha has won the J.D. Power & Associates Dealer of Excellence Award the last 4 years in a row. Visit Nissan of Omaha in the Village Point Auto Plaza off 180th and Dodge or online at nissaнофомаха.com and see what the auto industry should be like.
Your home of the Jays is 1620 The Zone and 1019 The K.
Blue Jay basketball is brought to you by FNBO, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, MD West 1, Quality Brands of Omaha, and Bud Light, and by Creighton University.
Blue Jays with a 12-point lead, 3:31 to play. Both teams in the double bonus. Jays with 2 timeouts remaining, Rutgers with 1. Jays are 13 of 22 in this half, 3 of 11 from 3. They're only 7 of 26 overall from 3, 4 of those by Josh Dix. Rutgers, 10 of 28 in this half, 0 for 5 from 3, just 2 of 14 from deep. It's the Rutgers team that is 33% from 3 this season, so they're well below their mark. Not that they're a great three-point shooting team, and they take less than 40% of their shots from deep, but now you would think they're going to have to use the 3-ball here. Yeah. Though their guards have been able to get to the rim and get points. Problem is, you can't really trade twos for long. You're going to have to hit some jumpers.
So let's see how much pressure Rutgers really brings here. It's been a lot of token pressure all night.
Well, I got to expect
they're going to come after it.
Harper's got it. Harper will get it to Dix, and Dix will stop in the backcourt, gives it back to Harper, now to Graves, and they'll cross the timeline with 3:24 to go. Graves and Dix back both on the floor at the same time. Graves outside for Green. Cross-court pass Harper. Harper between defenders, nearly lost the dribble. Has to bounce it outside and got it deflected away. Steal by Rutgers. Harper dribbled into traffic, had an outlet, but had his pass deflected. So Rutgers with a chance here. 3 minutes to go, down by 12. Here's Francis. Francis stops at the free throw line. Outside, here's Davis. Davis looking to drive. Turns, spins against Graves, shot up and in. And Rutgers will use a timeout. And that's their last one. So now 4 for their last 4 are Rutgers. And they have made this a 10-point game with 2:48 to go. A little confused why Davis wouldn't drive it at Graves, who's playing with 4 fouls.
Well, he did just there. I mean, they're trying to get everybody switched off onto Graves. I mean, it's tricky for Creighton because, you know, you could take him out of the game, but then you don't have your kind of control guy on offense. So you don't want to do that. And so you're in an awkward spot up by 10. But yeah, they're going to keep going right at Graves. They're going to try and get guys switched off on him. So we'll see how Creighton plays.
And here's where you got to be really smart with the ball. Yeah, you're going to get some opportunities. Harper thought he had one when he went right between 2 defenders, got to the rim, but then got caught in a trap. And Rutgers now is going to try to take some chances here. And we saw it work for them in the first half. Jays have to be smart with the basketball. 12 turnovers tonight. That's going to be the thing that fuels a Rutgers comeback if they get one, are turnovers.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the basketball. You have to continue dribbling, right? These traps are going to come. Creighton's got to be calm. They got to be patient, dribble out of these things. And then there's going to be easy baskets that come off of it. That's part of the gamble defense that they have to play right now, Rutgers does.
Rutgers 4 of their last 4. Blue Jays are 5 of their last 7, but Rutgers has made this a 10-point game. And after this timeout, we'll get more backcourt pressure. It'll be Zugic this time to throw it in. Looking, gets it to Dix, and Dix will sprint it into the front court. And now he'll give it to Graves. 2:40 to go, Jays by 10.
Just run your offense here, run your game.
Graves against Davis at midcourt, 15 on the shot clock. Graves, now they hedge. They're going to press him with the ball. He's in trouble. Finally gets it away to Green. Green had Zugic but missed the pass. Now 6 on the shot clock. It's Graves, and he travels with the basketball. Oh, my. Jason Green had Fedor Zugic wide open under the basket and either did not see him or saw him too late. It would have been a wide open layup. And now Rutgers still with a chance here to get it to single digits with over 2 minutes to go. Pull-up jumper, Francis rims out, but gets his own miss and sticks it back in. And Rutgers is within 8, 71-63. Inbound to Graves. Graves in a trap, but then gets away. Graves with a basketball, gets it across the timeline, quickly ahead to Green. Green in the paint, and a blocking foul and 1. Are they going to count it?
Yes.
They did. Continuation for Jason Green. For a brief moment, I thought they were going to call him with a charge, but Green into the body of Zerno, who was not quite set, and then Green with continuation finishes with the make and gets the and 1.
Yeah.
A huge bucket there for Jason Green.
I thought Green was going to dish it off and make a play for somebody else, but he went straight into Zerno, who, man, it did look like the kind of play that gets called a charge a lot, and I think it's a good call by our baseline official.
Free throw is up. It's good. 11-point game. Zerno was outside the circle, but he was not set.
Not set. Not set. Not like the Statue of Liberty.
Outside this building across the street on New York, New York. And there is our reference to last time.
You're welcome.
Minute 54 to go, 11-point game. Woolley had it for a moment. Into the hands of Lino Mark. Mark forces one up. It's no good. Good defense by Fedor Zugic, and the Jays get it back up 11. A minute 40 to go. They're trying to trap at half court. Dangerous spot to be in. Long pass, and the Jays survive. Wow. That was close to a turnover, both an over and back. And a deflection by Graves. And Rutgers pulling off here. 8 on the shot clock, a minute 22 left. Here's Dix. Dix, skip pass. Skip back outside. 2 on the shot clock. Graves for 3! Yes, sir! Putting the capper on a 26-point season-high night. Nick Graves, 77-63. 64 seconds to go. Green, oh boy. And Tariq Francis will get 3 free throws. Unbelievable. Jason Green smiling, saying, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Francis just does a really good job at getting into that contact. But how about Nick Graves tonight? 26 points. He scored now 23 in the half.
Correct.
First 20-point half since Stephen Ashworth against Butler in the final game of the 2024 season.
Tariq Francis now 11 for 11 at the free throw line. 77-64 Blue Jays. 62 seconds left. Second free throw is good. It was only a 2, so he was on the line. It was not 3 free throws, but he makes them both, and the lead is 12. 62 seconds left, and Zugic is going to need to use a timeout, as they did not want a 5-second violation.
Yeah.
Jays had 2 timeouts remaining, so they still have 1 to go.
And Fedor, just a little indecision there, and after you get past that first wave, you're just better off taking that timeout. So we'll see what Creighton comes up with here. If you can get this ball across half court, we'll see what Rutgers decides to do with it. You're up by 12. You wonder if they're just going to really, really sell out, try to get the turnover, and then kind of back off that sort of thing after that with 102 to go.
I was watching Jeff Vanderloo talking with Fedor before that, and that reminds me, all this talk of Greg McDermott, Jeff Vanderloo is also retiring at the end of the season, and you talk about one of the all-time great characters.
Oh, man. Lou is the best.
And, of course, he and Mac have been friends for a very long time.
Congratulations to Lou as well.
Yes.
I mean,
a great career, great high school coach up in Sioux City, and he's been Mac's director of operations for the last decade and a half. 77-65 Blue Jays. Long baseball pass. Touchdown pass to Dix. Slam dunk. Perfect pass by Zugic. He hits Dix on the post pattern. Jays by 14. That's the first 2-point field goal, I think, by Josh Dix. Meanwhile, back the other way, Grant gets the pass underneath and a dunk, and then a quick foul in the backcourt, and Graves will go to the line with 51.2 seconds to go.
Yep. Figured they were going to draw something up off of that. Nice pass by Fedor.
Look at that.
Locked it
Perfect.
right in there.
They don't have football where he's from, but that was
maybe they practiced this in the bowl game prep.
That's a pass that new Raiders quarterback Kirk Cousins would be proud of.
Future Raiders quarterback Fernando Mendoza.
First free throw good by Graves. 27 now for Nick Graves. 80-67. Blue Jays have scored 49 in this half. And they've done it making only 4 threes. Free throw good. 28 for Graves. And Shane Thomas will get a chance to play in his hometown. Up by 14, 49 seconds to go. Francis outside for Zerno. Zerno back to Francis. Francis looks to drive, nearly slipped, keeps his balance. Pull up, and Greer stuffs him. And now we'll get a foul, and Shane Thomas gets to go to the line to get points.
There you go. Get Shane to the free throw line.
Absolutely. Thomas has not scored in a very long time. Shane Thomas's last point was in the home loss to UConn in February.
Wow.
And now Shane with 2 free throws. Makes the first. Attaboy Shane. Native of Las Vegas, went to Red Rock. The grandson of former Kansas City Chiefs great Emmett Thomas. And free throw missed, but the rebound to Jason Green. And the Jays will play out most of the rest of this clock. 82-67. And this contingent of Blue Jay fans and Greg McDermott's friends and family all standing and applauding. Thomas will jack up a late shot clock 3. It's no good. 8 seconds left. Rutgers back the other way, but it's all over here. Mark into the paint. Layup is good, but for the 366th time under Greg McDermott, Jays win. Jays win. Jays win. 82-69, and the Blue Jays will play West Virginia on Saturday afternoon in the semifinals of the college basketball crown.
And it was an unorthodox way to get there.
Yeah.
Slow start, a lot of free throws, just a choppy and sort of sloppy basketball game. Nick Graves had a great night. Josh Dix was great. And you have to give credit to Jason Green, who falls 1 rebound short of his first career double.
What did I tell you? I told you that. What was it? There were still 10 minutes left.
He had like 5 rebounds at the time.
And I said he only needs 2 more rebounds to finally get that double-double. And he has been like within either 1 or 2 points or 1 rebound from a double-double like 5 times in the last month. Still can't get it.
1 rebound short, but he was a part of, especially when they were struggling early. He was a big part of what they were doing at the start of that game just to keep Creighton afloat a little bit. So credit to Jay Green tonight, too.
Greg McDermott off on his own right now. The whole team is basically over there around Nick Graves as Fox gets the postgame interview. But the final score from Las Vegas, Creighton 82, Rutgers 69. Connor will head down to the locker room and talk with Coach Mack and one of our Jays stars. And we'll be back with a recap on this long night in Sin City as we have just crossed midnight in the Central Time Zone. Blue Jays 82, Rutgers 69. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Creighton University Blue Jay basketball on the 1620 The Zone Radio Network.